Only one of these teams will earn a shot at the Lombardi. The AFC title game is underway. Return starts at the 3. Now bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. Route. Hey, circle. Hot. 13 loose. Silver.
First carry now. This is Bashal Tutin. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Kate, if that first play is any indicator, this offense is going to have one heck of a field day. I'm talking a big chunk of yards on the ground and some big-time confidence, too.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Here we go.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he'll make his way through for a pickup of 4.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
All right, let's go. Son, hunt.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Here's a 24. Son, hunt. Here we go.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. They get him on his first throw in this conference championship. And the Raiders are off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
The first carry here for Ashton Jeanty. And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders parlay the interception into points. So the first lead of our game goes to our visitors, Brock, and I know it is very early, but tough not to have that word upset at least start to creep into your mind just a bit.
You go into someone else's building in the playoffs, this place has been juiced. They have been so hyped to get to this game. Yeah, and the odds certainly in the home team's favor, but you go out and score, touchdown on the opening drive, you level it a whole bunch.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10.
Hey, run. Son, hunt.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Lawrence now off the play action. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Raiders get the football back at the 30 after that interception. So their second drive ends just the way their first one did, Brock. And if you are the coach down there, man, you've got to be fuming.
Yeah, so frustrated, right? 2 drives in, you still can't get your game plan at all. Not if series are going to keep ending prematurely. You don't want to be playing behind schedule right from the start of the game, which is exactly where they found themselves.
Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Motioning him from the slot right. Rolling from the gun here. This one finds Thornton. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. That's a pickup of 9. And that's a Vegas first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Raiders.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Start.
And off to Jency. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
70 Timberwolves.
Sign quarterback run here. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Okay,
Well, less than ideal. 3rd and 8 here. They'll throw 3rd and long. It's caught. Chase has it. And he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. Point after from Carlson is up and good. And the Raiders drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Jaguars, nothing.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. Back to work after throwing the pick. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Hey, Lyle.
Lawrence trying again on 2nd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected the decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down.
Decent 24. 13 Lou. Silver.
3rd and long for him here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Jacksonville in punt formation. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Takes this in at the 25. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Now elsewhere on the return, there's an injured player in need of some attention, which he will get as trainers head his way. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
Come on, go.
First play is going to be a give to Jency. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
On the ready.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Another give here to Jency. A lot of space ahead. And he's going to be out of bounds after the big gain. Now down inside the 15. It's a huge pickup on the play. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down. In the red zone on 1st. Pressure coming, and they take him down. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well.
Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. It's a repeat of the last play. That's going to bring them to third down.
It's third down. Third and long.
So we're through one here in the AFC title game. Our score, 14-0. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They're stuck behind the sticks on 3rd and long. Giving this to Jeanty. And they stop him after he picks up about 5. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense. Well, nice for this offense to know that even when they don't find the end zone, they can still come away with some points and keep up an awfully impressive pace they've set for themselves.
It's Brashard Smith now with the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. Finds him on the crossing route. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Finds his running back. This is Bashal Tutin. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Lawrence to throw it. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Hey, here we go.
Off the play action, it's Lawrence. Hits him downfield. This is Thomas. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. No-go play action. Has it downfield. It's Chase. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a Vegas 1st down. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
18 Cardinal.
Pass play on 1st and 10. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So 1st down from the 41.
Come on.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
Let's go now. Panthers 6, Mustang 19. Ready.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
That's complete. Here's Thornton. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Shotgun give here to JT. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. Hang with us. More football coming up from Everbank.
Ready up.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Ready. Ready up.
Looking to throw here. It's a screen play to Genty. He finds space into the red zone. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. Now, that's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on a screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Here's Genty. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Ocean Man is the tight end. He's going left. Back on 2nd and goal. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it. Right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball. And they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Dragon 60.
3rd down from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. So now on 4th down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. Carlson's kick is good. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, easy, Ralph. Son, it's on hot. Easy. Take right open.
Lawrence throwing here. Holding left side. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line.
Let's go.
Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Silver.
Tootin gets it from the gun. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Javon Bullard bringing that play to an end.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
On the jump.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Sink right. Hey, there's a 10 to 10. Go, go. Here we go.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Raiders get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. All set now. 1st and 10.
Las Vegas, first down.
Ready, ready.
Working inside the red zone. Catch made underneath by the back. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Rolling from the gun here. And this one hurts. Had a touchdown in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. 3rd down coming up.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
There he is on 3rd and short. Drops back. Needs an open man. Trying to find his tight end. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
Carlson's kick is good. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
We hear it every single week, Kate, when we talk to these special teams coaches, frankly, the whole team and head coaches, how important just that momentum is coming into break and heading out of break. Well, that was job well done. Mission accomplished to score before the end of half.
So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half. 1st and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half.
Red on red.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Throw left side, complete. And this is going to be a 4-yard gain. They're out to the 24. All right, now a timeout is called. 9 seconds to go in this half. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right in double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Hey, I'm gone.
All right, back to the ground game here. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
The Lamar Hunt Trophy waiting in the wings for whoever can finish this game out as we're back underway. Return coming from the 6.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Airing it out to start this drive. Short pass brought in. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st down, Las Vegas.
Counter give to Jency. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Going left side, Bowers has it. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Here's a design run. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
Kate, I so love that every single week we get to see that stat, yards after contact. But I'll tell you what, I wish we could go back and see what the great Jim Brown, Walter Payton, and those boys did, because he just put on an effort they'd be proud of.
On first down, Jency. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So he can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Come on.
They kick the running back in motion. 3rd and long for him here. And it's caught. Chase has it. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
2nd and 10. Here's a pass. Looking for someone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's the 5th time they've gotten there for a sack in this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on 3rd down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here.
Got it.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Dump off caught by his back. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Carlson's kick is good. And make this a 19.3 score advantage.
But when we start discussing who their most dependable scorer is in this game, I don't think it's one of these skill guys, not even the quarterback, who comes to my mind first. I'm going to bring up this kicker. He's now a perfect 4 for 4 on field goals and contributing big time.
Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! And the fumble recovery is made.
These guys are flying down the field. Reminds me of the guys at Braveheart. But different than Braveheart, these guys got 2 things on their mind. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, try to separate the ball if they can. It's rare that it happens, but boy, is it big when it does.
Give up the guts. It's Genty. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Travis Hunter making that play.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Las Vegas first down. It's a gain of 6. First down, Raiders.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
Straight ahead with Genty. And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Carlson to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders grow their lead yet again. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Raider. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Lion, 11. Son, son.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Crosses midfield, still going. And he's finally stopped across midfield at the 47. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. Working quickly here.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go, son.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Hey, kill.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Silver.
Lawrence working from the gun. A throw left side, caught by Brown. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Only one frame remains before we see who's going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. It's Jaguars football, and their playoff run is in jeopardy. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
Open. Hey, run.
Back to the air, Lawrence. Defenders there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this third down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
On 3rd down, here's Sutton. That's the first down, and he's still going. And the stop was made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
That's another Jaguars first down.
Think right.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the red zone on 1st. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Hey, easy. Ralph. Son.
Lawrence looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, third down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Easy. Rip, 24. Rip, 20. Straight to
Lawrence, a quick throw out wide. This spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
It's 4th down and less than a yard.
Here we go.
Here's Tootin. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Jaguars making the scoreboard look a touch better. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
And he goes down, the pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. Not really much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. And the Raiders are able to secure the kick. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Genty on the draw. This plays a design run. And he's brought down after a gain of about 6 inside the 40.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Come on, set! Viking 18!
Motioning Chase left.
Let go!
This is Genty on 2nd.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Here we go, set! 19, let go!
Back to Genty. And then take him down right along the 30. Give him 8 on that one. And that's a Vegas first down.
And a Raider first down. An 8-yard pickup. And
Let's go now.
Raider first down.
Genty on the give. He's headed right. They give him 4 yards before he stops, Brock. It's 2nd down.
Genty, the ball carrier.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Raiders about set to celebrate this win. Five still to go here. This is 2nd down. Genty from the gun. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? They did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Now it's Genty. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. So now on 4th down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. It's 44 yards here from the left half. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. You hate to see this on 4th down for that defense, roughing the kicker. Now they've got a first inside the red zone. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Steady.
The give here to Genty. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down.